Live. It says I'm live. This will be interesting. Maybe get a little closer. All right. I feel silly talking when there's nobody here, although that's what I usually do in videos. I just talk when I know there's nobody looking at me, but so I guess I'll just get started because people maybe will watch the replay of it or the whatever, the recording. I don't know. But if you're here, say hi if you want, or don't. You can watch anonymously. I think it would be anonymous. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna wait for a minute here. I've got my tea. I've got my tea, even though this isn't technically a tea and tarot. This is gonna be a full 4-deck reading for you today. So this is fun. This is exciting, right? People said they would like to see me go live, and then as I thought, like, probably nobody's gonna show up. Oh, but maybe, well, I have a couple friends who said maybe they would try to show up. If you're here joining me, say hi. Oh, Hope, hi, Hope. Oh, this is fun. I like this. I liked it live, but also I'm nervous because being live makes me very nervous. I'm actually not as nervous as I usually am, because it just feels like I'm making a regular video, but I'm not. I mean, it is kind of, but not also. So anyway, I hope that you're doing well today, Hope, and anyone else who joins us. I'll just, oh, Hope, since you're the only one here right now, hopefully it's okay. I had to tell you that when I was getting into the shower today, that song that you sent me, that YouTube video of, got stuck in my head on a loop, on repeat, and I just keep singing it over and over and over again. So I thought, like, maybe I was supposed to sing it on the video, but I don't have a very good singing voice. And I don't know if I'm remembering the words quite right, but I can't get it out of my head. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every single cell in my body is happy and well. And it was just over and over again. I'm like, okay. Actually, it's funny. What started it is I started singing the Mama's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. And I was like, why am I singing that song? I haven't heard that song in years. And then I realized it was the same tune for that song that you sent me. So so then I started singing that song instead because it's got better lyrics. It's a better version of that song. So, oh, my friend Erin just messaged me and said she can't find me, which is also weird because I have my Do Not Disturb on. So I don't even think I should have seen that message. But whatever. Oh, well, Erin, I hope you can find me. I don't know. YouTube doesn't like me. YouTube doesn't like me. That's okay. That's all right. If YouTube doesn't like me, that's probably a good sign, right? Anyway, so today I am drinking. I'm supposed to show you the package today. I apologize if I'm a little shaky. I haven't eaten any food yet today. I figured I should eat something, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. Anyway, this is the tea that I'm drinking today, and it says, a sweet and deliciously refreshing thrill. And I looked at the other packages because it's a variety pack, a sampler pack, and the other ones didn't. They say different things or whatever. So I got the word thrill was really sticking out to me. Thrill. So something about a thrill. If somebody's gonna have something that is thrilling, or that sounds a little dramatic. A thrill. If you have something thrilling happen, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. I love to live vicariously through other people because, you know, my life is fairly boring. My mug today is a beautiful landscape photograph. I don't know where this was taken, but probably somewhere in Minnesota or Wisconsin because he's kind of local. But yeah, that's the mug I'm using. It makes me miss summer. I love summer. I love to, Hope, I know that you had mentioned that you sit in a hammock. I don't know how you sit outside in a hammock in the winter, but I love to sit in a hammock too. But only in the nicer months. I'm not going out there in the winter. But, yeah, I love summer because of that. Okay, the other thing I'm supposed to share with you today is show you my dream catcher that I got. It's kind of tangled up. Oh, that's like maybe the back side of it. Okay, some of the feathers maybe need to be worked out a little bit here, I'm noticing. But I got this, and the message is that to have a pure heart, because the heart is white. So the message is that I was told once by Spirit that our goal here is to purify our heart and to clean out all the gunk and all the baggage and wounding that's in there. That anytime you have trauma, or, I think we're sometimes born with maybe generational trauma or generational abuse or whatever, so we can come in with that in there already. But that, anytime we experience trauma, even trauma doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a little thing. So anytime we experience any kind of trauma, that it kind of creates a little gunk in our heart. And our heart gets kind of gunked up and, can get wounded and whatever. And so the goal is to try to clear away all the gunk and to purify it so that we can have a pure heart. And I'm being reminded of the Bible verse, blessed are the pure of heart, for they will see God. I posted it on Facebook, actually, not that long ago, a couple days ago. And, yeah, so I was supposed to give that message to you guys, that's really all that's needed. If you just clear away all the other stuff of, like, spirituality or the spiritual journey or spiritual awakening or anything, like, ultimately comes down to you're just trying to purify your heart. So, the holy fire energy is very good for that. It burns away anything that is not serving you, burns away that gunk that can be in your heart. So I think I saw Erin. Erin, did I see you say hi? It's so weird because usually I don't see people's names and stuff, on my videos unless they comment. But Erin, let me see. I want to see all my, oh, okay. Sorry, I missed some of your comments here because it's hard to read and to talk at the same time. Oh, thank you, Erin. Erin said I look beautiful. That's so nice. I'm so glad you found me. All right, it's still saying I only have one person watching. So I don't know if, oh, Erin, you said that at 1:44. Made that comment. It must be 1:44 right now. I don't know if Hope left and Erin came in, or if Hope is still here. Whatever. Just, thanks for stopping by. You don't have to stay the whole time. So anyway, I'm going to, I guess, get into getting the cards then. And I already pre-shuffled and cleared the energy. Hope, I don't know, did you see my video where I was explaining why I clear the energy of the decks? I did answer that question for you on a video, but I think that's when you had stopped watching my videos, and then I don't know if you saw it or not. But I clear the energy of the decks. Well, I don't remember what I said now in the video. I started going off about, like, why energy needs to be cleared, and, like, how energy, if it's stagnant, that it's not good, it needs to keep moving. And the same is kind of true with the energy of everything, but also, like, the decks, which is why I clear the decks. Oh, okay, you're still here. Okay, good. Oh, yes, you did see it, maybe? Or yes, I don't know. Anyway, the energy, it's good to just keep the energy moving and keep it flowing and whatever, so it doesn't get stagnant. And the decks they each have their own energy. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle, I think it's called. Oh, I should really get the boxes out when I do these readings. I could just show you the box in case you're interested in getting them yourself. But I don't know. I gotta get this off of here. I'm always I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm always something. Ooh, I don't like that card. That's one of the not really great ones in this deck, but that's all right. As we know, I read the cards intuitively, so I might get a different message from it. Oh, interesting. So I hope you're all doing well today. I'm glad that you're here with me. Oh my gosh. So yesterday I made a little short video just to let people know I was taking the day off and I wasn't going to do a tea and tarot video yesterday. And so it was only 15 seconds long. And, all day long, anytime I went on YouTube, I saw that it only had 2 views, which is fine. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay, Erin, this is for you. I'm taking them. That's a lot of cards. Erin told me, you have to take all the cards that fall out. Oh, I just dropped my dream catcher. Oh, okay, so the short, anyway, all day long, like I saw, every time I went on YouTube, I saw that it just was like 2 views. And I was like, yeah, but that seems about right, that's fine. And then I like this. I like that I can see comments. This is kind of cool. Yeah, feel free to comment. Anything you want to comment, anything you want to say or chime in with or whatever. I'll do my best to read. And I don't know how this is going to go, doing a reading and trying to read comments, if that's going to like throw off my being able to read or not. I'm not really sure. I've never done this before. This is new for me because if you know me, the blade. If you know me, you know that going live makes me nervous. Hope, yes. No, the numbers did go up from you watching. I mean, you know, since if by one or whatever, or a little bit. I did notice my videos did have more views. But, oh, okay, so I was still talking about that. Okay, thanks, Spirit. I get so distracted so easily. I just really live in the moment. And then I will forget I was even talking about something. So I had like 2 views all day. And then today I just went on here to go live, and it says it has like 884 views or something like that. And I'm like, there is no way that is right. There's no way. Oh, I just saw 11:11 on the clock. There's no way that it has 884 views. Like the most views a video I've ever done had was like 100 and I don't even remember what it ended up stopping at. Like it was my very first video that actually is not public anymore. My first 2 videos I ever did, I set them to private. I don't have them set at public anymore because I had originally started my channel. Spirit had guided me to start the channel to help the masculines, specifically like the divine masculines, the twin flame masculines. So that's what I thought my channel was going to be. And then I started doing it and stuff, and like the men were not showing up and they were nowhere to be found. So it was all women. So I was like, okay, I guess, you know, and then I kind of adapted, and, you know, I'm always adapting and changing as I go along. So anyway, but that video had the most views of any of the videos I ever had, and that was like by far, like by like double. Then the second closest video was like maybe double. I'm hard to find on YouTube though. Yeah, it's because YouTube doesn't like me. They are letting me go live. It did say something about like I have a cap of like 25 people. Only 25 people can watch me live right now or something at a time, which is no problem because I'm sure 25 people are not going to show up for this anyway. It's fine. It's no problem. Just stating facts, not dissing myself. It's just the way it is. Almost nobody ever finds my channel, you guys. That's what I'm saying. Like YouTube just does not show my videos to people unless they're already subscribed to me, and even then I don't think they're showing my videos to everybody all the time. Yeah, I got that energy. They kind of triggers people, triggers institutions. That's fine. That's what I'm here to do. Shake it up. I'm being a glitch in the matrix, you guys. That's what I came here to do. So the matrix doesn't like me very much. They're like, she's too glitchy. She's too glitchy for us. We're gonna try to keep her hidden. So I don't know what's going on with that short. I'll have to look at it after this and see if it still says that, but you think it's the capitals in the name of my channel? Most people have capitals and capital letters. Most people have capital letters in their YouTube title, I think. I don't know. No, I just think it's my energy, and I think they just... Or I felt like also that maybe I was being hidden on purpose. That maybe Spirit was hiding me. Because when I started my channel, I thought, oh, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be such an adventure. And even my mentor, at the time I had a mentor, and I was in my life coaching program, and she was like, oh, you know, something about like, oh, remember these days when you only have a few subscribers because, you know, you're gonna get, you know, she like assuming that my channel would grow, and then it was like, wah wah. My channel did not grow, but it's okay. And Hope, I have you to thank for helping me feel better about that, because how many do we have here? 3. Hope told me that even if nobody watches my video, that the energy of my video still goes out into the world, into the matrix and whatever, and does its work. So, because what I do, I know is energetic, right? This tea is very delicious. It's peppermint and licorice, in case anybody missed it at the beginning when I was showing what I was drinking. Okay. I'm noticing right off the bat that we have a number 55 card. Oh, be a moderator. Yeah, that'd be great. I don't know how to do that. Oh. 7 of Cups flying out of the deck. Yes, Hope, I would love to make you a moderator if I could know how to do that. And if I would hope I don't need a moderator, but considering that like hardly anyone can find me. You know what I mean? Like you get the trolls when YouTube shows you to people, but if YouTube doesn't show you to anybody, then the trolls won't even show up either. So I'm all right with that. But if they do show up, you go ahead and troll me. We'll have a little fun. No, Hope, it's not that I have a little faith. Well, maybe it is, but it's more that I'm just realistic. Like I've been doing this channel for a year and a half. Year and a half almost. Yeah, and I saw today though, I was up to 63 subscribers. It's a new high for me. But sometimes I lose some. I lose one, then I gain one, but I don't know who these people are. And it's all right. Realistic means little faith. Well, yeah. I mean, but you've given me faith. You've given me faith in that I know that my videos are making a difference even if nobody watches them. So I am forever grateful to you for that, Hope, for telling me that, making me feel better about that if I did a video and nobody watched it, it would still be good. Oh, you're drinking tea with me, Erin? Nice. Calming tea. Good. That's good. Hopefully my energy can help you calming too. I don't know. I like to be calming, but, oh, hi, Nathan. Nathan's here. This is fun. I do like doing this live. I like seeing you guys, although I feel like this is going to be a much longer video because I keep getting distracted by people commenting, and then they've helped me around a big corner. I don't know. Hold on. Oh, Gypsy JJ's here. Hi, Gypsy JJ, you're here too. Okay. I'm sorry, I missed your comment. It's hard to see all the comments while I'm talking and shuffling and oh, my videos. Whoa. Oh, you guys. Did you hear that? Frog in my throat. Hope, I'm very glad that we've connected, and I'm very glad that you found my channel and that my videos have helped you, because it makes me feel good. That's what I'm here for. I just try so hard. I try so hard to be helpful to the world, and it's like the world is just like, doesn't even see me. And I'm like, okay. But like you said, Hope, it doesn't matter if anybody sees me. It doesn't matter if anyone watches my videos. It doesn't matter, because my energy is still affecting the world. Who's a beautiful soul? Erin? Did I miss something? Oh, Gypsy JJ, you're having coffee. I had my coffee already today. I do drink coffee in the morning. Actually, about a year ago, I was guided to stop drinking coffee, so I stopped drinking coffee regularly for about 7 months. And then in the summer, I had to start drinking coffee a little bit, some mornings, because that was when I didn't have any of my masculine energy, and my boys and I volunteered us to go and help on those. Our school district has a hobby farm, and I volunteered us to go and help do the chores on the farm 2 mornings a week, and so I had to drink coffee, a lot of coffee on those mornings just to have enough masculine energy, because Spirit told me that caffeine or whatever gives you artificial masculine energy, and that's why everyone's like pumped full of caffeine all the time, because you have to be so masculine to survive in this world. You don't really, but you know, if you're playing by the Matrix rules, you do. So anyway, I was just drinking coffee a couple mornings, and then Spirit finally just said, just go ahead and start drinking coffee again. You're going to need it. I was like, okay. I was like, what's going to happen? That was right before I got COVID and almost died. But anyway, okay. Wow. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, first of all, I can't do that. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the cards. Number 50. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle, like I mentioned when I was shuffling. Number 50, Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. Yeah, Aaron, I saw that has your old last name. I was like, at first I was a little thrown off. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, I know who that is. I know that's her name. And number 64, Wasp Spirit. This card has like a crease in it. That's weird. How would it get? I don't even know how a card would get creased like this. Huh. Wasp Spirit. Wasp Spirit. That's hard to say. When those S's and P's. Sometimes life stings. All right. And then we got these 3 that came out together that I kept for Aaron's benefit. This one's very pretty. Number 60, Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. Hopefully that's in focus. It doesn't really look like it's... I don't know how to do that. And number 58, Stag Spirit. Take the lead. Number 45, Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. I'm not laughing because of the card. I'm laughing because of something I just thought. And that was, the parrot is very colorful, isn't he? The thought I had was, what if I get all these cards and show them all to you, and then I look at them, and what if I don't get any messages? I always kind of, I don't really have that fear anymore, but when I first started doing videos, I kind of had that fear, but it was okay because I was like, well, if I don't get any messages, I just don't post the video, right? Like, I don't, but when you're live, if that were to happen, then you'd be like, oh, I don't even care. I'm not even really nervous, which is weird. Okay, number 55, like I said. Oh, this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Taming the Wind. I would get up and go get the boxes, but it's very hard for me to get up from this chair because of the way I have everything set up. Taming the Wind. You can see it's a woman here. See her face? I don't know how well these show up, how well this is showing up. Sorry. My son tried... Okay. Like, all my worst fears are happening. My son just tried calling me. Am I still live? Stop calling me. Like, someone tell me if I'm still on. Because it looks like I'm still on, but my son keeps trying to call me. And I put on the... Oh, you can see them better? Okay, you can see me? It's hard to see cards in chat. It's hard for me. Yeah, this is a whole new ball game. This is like a little... maybe overwhelming for me, but it's okay. But anyway, I specifically put on Do Not Disturb on my phone. And I usually have it set so that if my sons call me when I'm doing a video, that I'll allow that call to go through just in case it's an emergency. But I even turned that off today because I didn't want any interruptions for this video because I knew I was going to be live. And anyway, my son just tried calling twice, so I don't know what that looked like on your end. But luckily, it seems like I'm still... I just had to hit decline, and then I'm still recording thankfully. I don't know. It's okay, Sarah. It is okay. So, where am I? See, now I'm all thrown off. Number 12, the Coyote. Or Coyote, depending on how you say it. Oh, well, Aaron, you're used to watching me on your big, huge TV, right? Aaron watches YouTube videos on her TV, which is probably very nice. Actually, it was nice. I was at her place once, and we watched them, and it's much nicer. I always just watch things on my phone. Anyway, so some people say coyote. I say coyote, but then number 3, Aaron, the arrow. The arrow. Okay, and then for the tarot cards, we got, this is the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. This is the Two of Swords. The lighting seems to be okay. I'm kind of bummed I didn't do this live yesterday because we had sunshine yesterday, which is apparently it's a rarity around here these days. But when I was first coming in here to start the live, there were huge snowflakes falling down, like the really pretty kind. And my immediate reaction was, oh no, because you know me and how I feel about the snow. But it was very pretty, but it's stopped now. which is good. I want it to not snow. Do not snow, please. Okay, 7 of Cups. We got the 7 of Cups. This one came flying out when I was shuffling. We're like 25 minutes into this video. I haven't even shown all the cards yet. And the 9 of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior card. I'm still standing. I always get that from it. Well, not always, but usually I get that. And then we have, this is the Light Seers Tarot, the one that I use for my daily TM Tarots lately, although I am being guided to use other tarot decks soon, so I probably will be maybe starting tomorrow or whenever. Maybe I'll use a different deck. We'll just see. The King of Swords. I like this King of Swords. He looks like a cool guy, doesn't he? I wish it was a little more info. I feel like it's focusing on my face. Maybe if I hide my face. I'm hiding behind the King of Swords. I don't need to hide. And we have number 6, the Lovers. Major Arcana. This one is just always passion to me, right? Very passionate with all that red and the like the hair. It's just got a lot of movement, like it's moving, energy moving. I'm confused now. I'm pretty sure the Lovers is a Gemini card. Erin, is the Lovers the Gemini card? I'm pretty sure it is, but for some reason she's got a tattoo that looks like the symbol for Sagittarius. Yeah, Gemini. Wow, that's like fast. I was like, I asked the question, you answered like right there. I was like, oh, I don't know if there's because I don't know if there's a delay in people and when I see people commenting. When they comment, when I see it, I'm just gonna see if I missed anybody. I'm sorry. If I'm missing any of your comments, I apologize. Okay. I think I'm good. Okay, yeah. So I don't know, but she's got a tattoo that's like a bow and arrow. It looks like the Sagittarius symbol. Well, Gemini is the opposite sign of Gemini. What am I saying? Gemini is the opposite. Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite signs, which means that they're actually complementary. So I don't know. That's kind of weird that it's like she should have a Gemini symbol on her arm or something. But anyway, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles. Which the traditional meaning of this card is usually like feeling left out in the cold. Left out, or it can be like poor, because the traditional tarot card has like these 2 people outside of a church, and they're like, it's winter, and they're like, look like they're homeless. But this one is just a little different. But she also looks pretty, like she's in bad shape. She looks like she's dirty. Yeah. No, that makes me sad. I'm feeling the energy of that, and it's sad that someone's going through a rough time. So if it's you, if you're watching this and you're going through a rough time, I'm sending you love. Yes. That's right, Gypsy JJ. The key is right here. She is correct. So she's feeling left out, but she has it within her own power to go and get that key and open that door and go inside. It's up to her. It can be just a matter of perspective. Oh, you're welcome, Nathan. If that was for you. I don't know. I never know whom, it's not like Spirit tells me, like, this message is for so-and-so. I just get the message. So, but Gypsy JJ brings up a good point. This is fun I like doing this reading. Like, you guys give me feedback in real time and like point things out. Like sometimes Erin, after she watches one of my readings, will give me like detailed feedback like this, but it's always after the fact. So I'm like, oh, that's a good observation or intuition or message that you got about the card, but like I didn't get it at the time myself. So I'm feeling really hungry just suddenly. I know I mentioned I haven't eaten yet today, so that's not surprising that I'm feeling hungry, but it came out of nowhere. It's the first, so this feels, like hunger, like not having enough food to eat, not having enough love or something. But anyway, she could get up and just pick up this key at any time. It's up to her. Like, I want to say like she's choosing this, but it's not necessarily that she's choosing it. I mean, on some level we choose everything, right? But it's more of like she just has to be in this energy right now. This energy, she has to feel it. You have to feel it to heal it, right? Yeah, Nathan, I think this card is for you. And I'm sure others do, but yeah, sometimes you just have to feel it to heal it. You have to really allow yourself to feel it. You don't want to do spiritual bypassing, right? You don't want to just lie to yourself and pretend like you're not feeling what you're really feeling. But then you also don't want to wallow in self-pity. And you don't want to feed that energy longer than you need to, because then that's detrimental too. So, yes, Erin, like you say, feel, heal, release. She says that all the time. So feel it if you need to. If something's coming up, feel it. And then if you let yourself fully feel something, and you don't resist it, it'll move through you more quickly. That's what I found. So anytime, like I think I said this recently in a video, but yeah, timing, right, exactly. Like maybe it's not the time. Maybe she has to sit here a little bit longer for whatever reason, for the timing to be right, you know, like God works in mysterious ways. The universe or whatever, however you want to look at it, works in mysterious ways. Oh, my feet are like really cold. I just noticed my feet are really cold. It's very cold in this room of my house. This is the coldest room in my house because it's got big windows in the winter. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the camera because I'm moving my feet around because they're cold. So I don't know if someone's having cold feet about something. That's the message I'm getting. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so I'm supposed to... Okay, I guess we're done talking about this card. But what I was going to say, though, to finish up with it, is that there's a fine line between, you know, fully feeling something and healing it, and then not, you know, feeding it more than you need to and not wallowing in self-pity. So, like, yeah, you just got to feel that for yourself. But I don't know. But what I need to show you is this. This is a little gift bag that I got a Christmas present in this year. Your feet. That's right. Your feet are cold, aren't they, Erin? I remember you telling me that. But anyways, this was a little gift bag that I had sitting here because I knew I was supposed to give this message at some point, but I knew I just wasn't guided to give it until right now because I got the cold feet. That's so funny. Because I totally wasn't thinking about this sitting here. But it says cold feet, warm heart. Cold feet, warm heart. Recently I was visiting with my mom and I said something about my hands were warm, were really warm. And she said, warm hands, warm heart. And I said, no, the saying is cold hands, warm heart. And she said, no, it's warm hands, warm heart. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's cold hands, warm heart. But anyway, we just agreed to disagree, I guess. Not a big deal, right? So anyway, but then I opened a Christmas gift after that, and this says cold feet, warm heart. So I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I was right, but not that it matters. But anyway, so, and I was just feeling cold feet. And yeah, if someone's feeling cold feet about something, like you're nervous, like I was kind of had cold feet about coming on here live. But it's turning out all right. Except for I'm getting very hungry. My stomach is starting to grumble. So if you hear my stomach, I'm sorry. I'm fine. Hunger does not cause me suffering anymore. I learned that from fasting. I was guided to do some fasting, and you get really hungry when you're fasting. And I learned that you can choose to not suffer. You can still feel discomfort and uncomfortable sensations, and this goes for emotions as well, but you could still choose to not suffer. Looks like the beginning of a new oracle deck. What? Oh, this? Are you talking about this? Or something? You know, it's funny, I started creating my own deck about, I don't know when I did that, maybe like a year ago or something, and I was using it on some of my readings, some of my older readings have it, and then I didn't want to use it anymore until I finished it, so I finished making the cards, I think, but I didn't laminate them. And I was just thinking recently, like, I should really get on that and laminate the rest of those cards and make, you know, finish up my deck so I could start using it in the readings again. I had a lot of fun making that deck. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a good card for a deck. That's for sure. So this is difficult to try to get messages while I'm interacting with people in real time. I have these cards arranged in a very weird way. So maybe the message there is somebody needs to change up the way that you usually do things. Maybe like have a little change in routine or something like that. I don't know. Now my tea is kind of cold. It's still very good though. Just noticing a lot of feathers. Feathers. A lot of these cards have feathers. He's got, wow, okay. I'll show you all the feathers. I don't know. Probably don't need to show you all the feathers, but he's got feathers right here and here on this card. Maybe there's more, but those are the, oh, and then there's an owl and a crow. They have feathers, right? The parrot has feathers. The stag has feathers hanging off of. I really wish that would focus better. Is it focusing better now? Because now I can't see. And then, of course, the swan would have feathers because it's a bird, any of the birds. But this one has feathers. This coyote has feathers. It's got a feather right here. You saw yin-yang feathers? With this one? With this one, Aaron? The white and the dark? Or I don't know. And this arrow has feather. Apparently these cards must have a lot of feathers on them, and I just didn't notice that before, but thank you, Gypsy JJ. You're making me feel better about, I don't know, I'm just saying, you know, I just say, oh, and then the wasp has feathers hanging down. Like I said, I don't know, both of these decks, like almost every card has feathers on it, so I don't know if I'm going to have to like check those decks out later then and see, do they just all have a lot of feathers on them? But then this one had feathers. This one doesn't. I don't think that one does either. But anyway, feathers. Something about feathers. What would it be? Feathers always signal that your angels are present. That makes sense. So maybe that's the message. Your sister's sign is feathers, Aaron? Well, there you go. See? I just say, I don't like though when they give me a message and it's just like a word like feathers. And I'm like, awesome. What does feathers mean? but see, this helps me because then I see, oh, feathers mean different things to different people. It's gonna be like a energetic act, you know, like code for different things for different people. That's what I found about my readings when I started getting more feedback recently, like more detailed feedback about my readings from people, is that the same card or the same message can mean very different things to every single person. And it was so interesting how people are like, oh, that's for me because it means this. And then someone else will be like, that was the message was for me because it means this. And it was like meant totally different things. And I'm just like, wow, like that's cool. That's cool. I had never really had that awareness. I just never really had that awareness before. So that was cool to have that realization. So I like hearing all the feedback of what everything means to people. But you don't have to tell me. It's fine. I have faith that it means something to somebody, and there's a reason that I say everything I do, and there's a reason I wear all the different jewelry that I wear, and the tea, and the cup, and the different things that I show you. Everything has a meaning and a purpose and can mean something to somebody. So I just do it. That's my life now. I just do it. I just do whatever I'm told to do. I'm like, okay, I have no idea most of the time why I'm doing the things I'm doing, but I'll just do them. Have faith that, you know, Spirit is using me in whatever way they can, because I've told God and Spirit that I'm a willing, like a willing channel or whatever, like go ahead, just use me however you want to. So a lot of times they use me to trigger people, so that's not fun. I trigger people and they run away from me. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess I was meant to do that, so whatever. The message that I'm getting from the arrow, I gave this message not that long ago too, but now I'm just going to be repeating myself. I think I've run out of messages. I said all the messages, and now I'm just recycling the messages. No, not really. But this one is, the error reminds me, did I get the same card recently? And that's giving it, and again, calling me. He calls to her. Yesterday, my son, okay, now I guess I have to tell you the story about my son. My younger son, it's a Gemini with Sagittarius rising and a Scorpio moon at 2 degrees like mine. But anyway, I don't know what that has to do with this story, but he called me yesterday to bother me about getting this video game that I'm not allowing. And in fact, he kept bugging me so much that I then said, you know what, we're not spending any more money on any video games. You're done. You have what you have and you use what you have, and that's it. Like Spirit showed me that it's a big scam. These video games are a big scam. Like, it's a big business. Like, watching my kids, anytime they get any money, they immediately pump it into these video games. And I've, up until this point, kind of allowed it because first of all, it's their money. It's like gift money. And second of all, like, that's honestly all they're interested in, which is also a problem. But, there really isn't anything else they want to buy or spend their money on. So I've just let them. But God, yesterday, is like, Spirit was like, nope, no more. We're not allowing, you're not allowing them to put any more money into these corrupt companies that are like, it's like an addiction. They're creating an addiction. And I realized, like, it was never ending. Like, they were always just going to keep pumping their money into it more over and over again. And I think about all the kids who are out there doing this and all the billions of dollars that these companies are making. And it just seems so terrible. Anyway, so I put my foot down and I was like, yeah, there are some good games. That's true. But my kids play, like, the shooting games. And I don't really like that either. But anyway, there's this one game called Grand Theft Auto, GTA, that my son really, really wants because his friends are playing it and he wants to play with them. But I found out that there were strip clubs in this game. Thankfully, I'm in this mom group on Facebook and someone was talking about it once. And so I knew there were these strip clubs in this game and I was like, no, nope, I do not approve of strip clubs. And that's, anyway. I got in my soapbox and I'm like, you are never having that game. That was the one thing game I wouldn't let him have anyway, but he keeps bothering me. And so now finally he bothered me so much that I'm like, you know what? We're not putting money into any games anymore. Like, we're done. Yeah, that is a bad game. I agree. I mean, my son showed me videos of parts of that game. Like, there's a lot of parts of that game that are just totally fine and not bad. There's like, you can do like bicycle racing or motorcycle racing and all this stuff. I know, but no, on principle of the fact that this company put in strip clubs in a game that they know children will be playing. No, not okay. We're not giving them our money. No. Anyway, I'm going on and on about this. But yesterday my son called me and he was harassing me about the video games and stuff. And then finally I was like, I have to go. I need to go eat and I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he was like, I was a little concerned. This kid started using like narcissist tactics on me. And I was like, oh, no. This is not okay. We don't manipulate people. We don't, I'm trying to like teach him, but he's just mad because I'm not doing what he wants me to do. And it was this whole thing. Anyway, I had to like kind of hang up on him once and then he kept calling me back and then he was leaving voicemails and then it was like he was harassing me. He was legit harassing me. And I had to explain to him that is not okay, that I had to explain that he was harassing. What he was doing is harassment and that it's not okay to do that to someone. So it was like this whole teaching experience. But anyway, he said, well, can I call you tomorrow? And I said, well, you can call me tomorrow as long as you're not calling to talk to me about these stupid video games because I'm not talking about them anymore. And I said, and if you talk to me about these video games anymore, I'm taking that Xbox away. I'm just going to take it away. You're not going to have your video games anymore. So here he is trying to call. He's calling and I'm like, of course, I'm in the middle of a live and I can't answer. And I put on my do not disturb, but it's not working. But I knew it wasn't working because Aaron, I saw your message come through when I first went live and you sent me a message and said, I can't find you on YouTube. So I was like, oh, I shouldn't have seen that message if my do not disturb is on. Yeah, Hope, that's right. I know. And that's what I told my son too. I said, I don't remember how I said it, but I basically was saying like, I understand that you're not happy with what I'm saying to you and you're not happy that I'm not giving you what you want, but you have to learn first of all, that sometimes you can't have everything you want in life. And secondly, it is my job as your mother to help you to be the best human beings that I can help you to be. Like, that's my job. And so right now my job, and I tried to explain to him too, like, this is not fun for me. It's not fun for me to like have to say no to you. And it's not fun for me to like watch you get upset by what I have to do, but this is the way it goes. And anyway, I don't know why I'm going off on this whole thing, but I guess a message maybe somebody needed to hear. I don't know. This is just so many cards, you guys. I've gotten so used to doing these the daily readings where there's just, 3 cards or maybe 4. And I haven't done one of these readings with the multiple decks for a while. And I'm like, whoa, this is a lot of cards, but it's okay. I'm feeling that's a message too. If you're feeling overwhelmed by something, okay, well, what I do, as you can see, what I'm doing now, when I get overwhelmed by something, I try to block out external stimulus. I close my eyes, see? And then I take deep breaths. I might even put my hand on my heart or my hands. And then it's like a reset. I reset my energy if I get overwhelmed. Oh, okay. This stag spirit is kind of giving this message too. But I was just told that I recently watched a documentary. I was guided to watch a documentary about deer, white-tailed deer. I didn't know why. I was like, why am I watching this white-tailed deer documentary? Yeah. Thank you, Hope. I think I will join you in that because this is tough. It's tough to be a parent. I mean, it's always tough to be a parent. In this day and age, it's really tough because it's like the video games are the way that my kids socialize with their friends. Everybody's in their homes playing these video games, and especially with the pandemic, right? When people couldn't get together, it got even more so that, nobody was getting together in person. So everybody was just in their homes playing the video games, and they can talk to each other when they're playing their games. So it's socializing. And I also, in one way, kind of like it because it's keeping them safe, but kind of not, right? Because who knows what they're being exposed to in these games. And like I've told them they're not allowed to talk to strangers ever on these games and stuff. And I don't think they do. So that's good. But anyway, it's a whole thing, right? It's like, this is what they want to do. This is how they socialize nowadays. And I don't want to take their socializing away, but also I am not real happy with the video game situation. It's too much. It's excessive. And anything that's excessive is unhealthy. Everything in moderation. Even moderation, I'm hearing. Okay. Everything in moderation, even moderation. Okay, but anyway, so I was talking about the deer documentary. There, focus. So I was guided by Spirit to watch this deer documentary, and I'm watching the whole doc. It was like an hour long on Amazon Prime or whatever. And it was, whatever. It was interesting. I have deer that go through my yard and stuff, so that's why I thought, oh, this might be interesting to watch if I could, whatever. And then toward the end of the documentary, they started talking about the phenomenon when deers, that's not the correct word, Sarah. When deer are, have that deer in the headlights thing where they freeze or whatever, I always just assumed that meant that they were scared. And apparently that's what most people think too, because that's what they said in the documentary, is that, like they said, people think that the deer are scared and that's why they freeze, but that's not true. The truth is that the light blinds them. First of all, I learned that they don't have very good vision. I don't know if that's part of this whole thing or not, but anyway, that was one thing I learned. They don't have very good vision, but they have very good smell and very good hearing. And anyway, but when the light gets in their eyes, it overwhelms their brain, and then it's like their brain just shuts down. And I realized watching that the whole reason I was supposed to watch that documentary was just to learn that fact, because I realized that that's exactly what happens to me. I'm not neurotypical, is I guess how I say it. You might say autism or something else, sensory issues, or I don't know, whatever. But sometimes I get overwhelmed by stimulus, external stimulus. And when that happens, I just shut down, like my brain shuts down. Hope, you saw one day, like when we first started talking, that happened to me that one day, and I couldn't respond to your emails that day because I had shut down. It's something had happened that triggered me. There's some specific things that will trigger me sometimes. If anything goes wrong with my house, is an immediate trigger for me. And I get extremely overwhelmed and I shut down and my brain just shuts down. And I like have to usually just go sleep or whatever. I get overwhelmed. So I realize that that is what happens. What happens to me is like the same thing that happens to deer when they're in deer in the headlights. So that documentary, watching that documentary helped me understand myself better. So that was interesting. And I love that, right? And now I'm sure my tea is like really, I need to finish this up before it gets completely cold. Oh no, it's already cold. It's pretty cold. This parrot spirit, I don't know. I'm just being drawn to how colorful this parrot spirit is. It's like rainbow colored, rainbowy. So maybe it's something with the chakras or something. $45 adds up to 9. 9 can mean like wrapping up a cycle. So I do like doing this live, I will say. This is more fun for me to do this live and to see your comments and to interact and to get your feedback in real time. But I'm also finding it's more difficult for me to get messages. Because when I'm channeling the messages, usually when I'm doing a video, like I get in the zone, right? I get in the zone of channeling. And when I'm here, I'm like interacting and then I'm getting distracted and I'm like talking and then I'm like trying to go back to the cards and get in that zone. And it's like, I don't know if this is really, if this is working so great for me. You like it though, Erin? That's good. I'm glad. I mean, I could just come on and do lives and just chat too and not be trying to read cards. It's just, yeah, I don't know if this is, I thought it would be hard to read the cards maybe because I would be so nervous and that maybe my anxiety would keep me from being able to channel messages. But what I'm finding more is that I'm just getting too distracted to be able to be in the zone for channeling the messages. So, and it is so cold in here. Sometimes I get hot when I'm channeling messages. I get really warm. I think it's the holy fire energy. Oh, thank you, Nathan. That's very nice of you to say. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here to try to help people, but in my own small way. So, yeah, sometimes life stings. I don't know why there's a comma. It says sometimes, comma, life stings, period. I don't feel like that's grammatically correct. You don't need that comma there. You could just say sometimes life stings. I don't know what the message is. That's reminding me a lot of Virgo energy. I noticed that like Virgos are very like detail oriented and very mental, ruled by Mercury, you know, and they're often the ones who are like online correcting people's grammar. Oh, really? Hope that's interesting. Clearing the patriarchal negative energies out of my system. Yeah. Because anyway, so sometimes I get really warm when I'm channeling. But then I have to remember that it's winter and it's very cold outside and this room is cold and I should maybe turn the heat up when I'm doing this. But anyway, yeah, so my noticing that comma and saying that that's not grammatically correct it's giving me those Virgo vibes. I do have strong Virgo energy in my chart. My sun and my Venus are in Capricorn, but they're in my 6th house because I'm a Leo rising and your rising sign determines your houses. And anyway, the 6th house is ruled by Virgo. So I realized, because I was always like, why do I have so much, my Saturn is in Virgo also, so there's that. But I was like, why do I have so much Virgo energy in me? My mom is a Virgo. And then I realized that if you look at what house your sun sign is in, that you have a lot of tendencies of that sign, whatever sign traditionally rules that house where your sun is, that you will have some of the characteristics of that sign usually. And I found that to be true since I realized that and looking at people's charts and things. Not that I'm certainly not far from any kind of expert with astrology, but it is interesting to me. I like to look at chart. I don't really know how to read charts, but it is interesting, all the things you can see in a chart and all the information that is there. But anyway, so I have a lot of Virgo energy in me because of that, and I have to catch myself sometimes so that I'm not being too like know-it-all or, you know, because it can come across that way of like, you're you're grammatically incorrect. And then you know what I learned? Spirit said, it doesn't freaking matter. Solar plexus and sacral. Yeah, the yellows and the oranges. I agree. There's a lot of pink here too, which would be, to me, signifies the higher heart. The sacred heart is the pink, because I got these too. But anyway, what I realized with the correcting, I used to go around too. I did sometimes go around correcting people's grammar or whatever, and then Spirit was like, you need to stop that. Spirit put the smackdown on me, was like, no, we don't need to do that. There just serves no purpose. You're just, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to embarrass the other person or make the other person feel bad for making a mistake or for pointing out that they're wrong, you know what I mean? Like, nobody likes that. And it doesn't help anybody. So Spirit said, stop doing that. So I did. And now I don't do that. Now when I see other people who are correcting people's grammars, I get kind of triggered a little bit. And I'm like, should I say something? Do I not say something? I never say anything to people, but sometimes I feel like I should say, like, but then that would be me doing the exact same thing that they're doing, but doing it to them. So, lesson learned. I just noticed that the coyote card is number 12, which adds up to a 3, Aaron, and the arrow is number 3. I don't know. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with, I guess I'm getting messages here and there, right? But it's a little harder. Yeah, but anyway, with the, hold on. I'm going to see if there's any. Gypsy J, do you like it? 3? The number 3? Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to show these cards together. The 5 of, no, okay, there. It's going away. The chat was blocking the view. These cards are going together. Look at the colors even go together. Maybe lives I could take questions and pull a card. Jeez. This is hard enough for me to do it this way. Hope. No, I'm just kidding. I could try. I don't typically do personal readings or I definitely usually don't do readings live, but I have for friends a few times. I have done, like when I'm talking to them on video chat, I have done, readings, but then I don't have any pressure because it's just I'm talking to a friend and there's nobody else watching me. And yeah. But look how these cards go together. But so anyway, I could maybe do that. I think that, why is my do not disturb not working? First of all, I would just like to say that I usually don't get any calls, or not that I don't get any, but I could go all day without getting a single message or text or call from somebody. Then I put my do not disturb on and it's clearly not working. And now like everybody's messaging me, calling me. I guess that's how it works. But these cards, yeah, the colors are very similar. And then this, I don't know what that design is, if it has a name. It's just like a sphere. I thought it was maybe the flower of life, but it's not. But then it kind of mimics this, and the colors are like that golden color are the same. And like Aaron pointed out, there's like solar plexus chakra colors, the yellows, disempowered. I'm getting the message disempowered. Like she's feeling disempowered, and that message actually came up today for something else. And then sometimes life stings. These are just similar, very similar energies. And so, yeah, like I said, if you're going through a hard time right now, I'm sending you love. Just let yourself feel it so that you can move through it. But you can't force it. And you also don't want to sit and wallow in it longer than you have to. But if you really allow yourself to feel it, it should then just naturally move through fairly quickly and move through you. But yeah, I'm just getting the strong message of disempowerment and disempowered, that somebody's feeling disempowered or giving their power away. And one of the biggest things that I've learned on my journey, See, I get distracted by the comments. That was funny, Gypsy JJ. We're all disturbed, yeah. This is, okay. Oh, see, this is hard for me to do this live. Anyway, but the, I think I could turn the comments off, but I don't want to turn the comments off because I like it. And it's fine, right? We're all friends here, right? This is just casual. No pressure. But disempowered. What am I trying to say? Disempowered. Oh, one of the biggest lessons that I have learned on my journey is to take my power back and to stop giving my power to anything outside of myself, or specifically, usually it was giving my power away to people, right? I'm like, that person is doing this to me. Or, you know, if somebody, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example and I'm not really coming up with anything, but like, oh, well, this message I didn't give yet. I was talking about this. See, I started to tell this message and then I get distracted and then I don't tell it. But what this card, the message this card gives me often is that, so somebody that I know came and graffitied my house once. They spray painted on the side of my house. And I really let it bother me. You know, it was really hurtful because it's somebody that I knew very well and somebody that I cared about. But obviously things didn't turn out very well. But when that happened, I let that really get to me and it really bothered me. And I was like, why would he do that to me? And why would he... and called the feathers. That's nice. Yeah. So I was like, anyway, I was just letting it get me really down and like, I was really hurt by it. And that was the catalyst for me. For me, you may have heard me speak of this before, but that was one of the things that there was that happened. And then like a couple other people were doing things too at the same time. And I was really like giving my power away to these people and allowing them to dictate my emotional state. Right. And, that was what caused me to turn to Jesus in my heart and start talking to Jesus. And that's when Jesus started talking back and he was there. And I always explain it of like, it felt like I was an arrow and every little thing that people were doing was pulling me back farther and pulling me back farther and pulling me back farther. And then when I turned to Jesus and he laughed, it was like the arrow released and I just shot forward. And that was what I learned, was that one of the things I learned from that was that I don't have to let anybody affect me. Nothing anybody says or does to me can affect me unless I allow it to affect me. And that was taking my power back. Because if you're allowing someone else to hurt you, you are actually giving your power away and you are allowing it. Because anybody could say anything to me, like people can say terrible things to me and I'll just be like, okay, that's not very nice or whatever, but like I'm not gonna let you affect my energy and my energy field and my vibration, because I'm not giving that power to anybody else. I'm in control of my energy fully. And so that was one of the best things that I've ever learned, is how to take my power back and to not stop giving it to other people. And since then, yeah, like I said, people could come and like spit in my face, they could call me names, thankfully people don't do that, but they could do that and it wouldn't affect me, really. I would just think they were a little unstable or something maybe, but I don't know. I'm also being guided with these cards have a lot of pink in them. Obviously, that's very feminine, right? Funny. I just think it's funny how they made this rhino, which are typically not the prettiest creatures, right? But they fancied this rhino all up for this card and like gave it a bunch of, I don't know if those are roses exactly. They kind of look like roses, but they kind of look like maybe peonies or something. And this card does have feathers too because it's got wings. See these like weird, some of these cards are just very strange, like interesting. But these cards are very feminine with the pink. And again, that was giving me the higher heart, because this even kind of looks like the shape of a heart if you look at the outline of it right here. it looks like a heart. Oh, that's my stomach. If you can hear it. I apologize. I'm going to have to eat after this, I guess. Erin and I were talking earlier, though, about food, and I just don't feel... It's weird, if anyone else is feeling this way, but my... I just don't want to eat anymore. Like, I get hungry like this, and I think, oh, I have to eat something. I mean... I don't have to eat. I could fast, but I'm not fasting. So I'm like, I have to eat, but it's like nothing sounds good. Nothing sounds appealing. I'm like, I think of everything I have that I could eat, and everything's like, no, no, no. And that how eating has become such a chore lately. I would like to just not have to eat. Is that an option? I could become one of those, what are those called? Breatharians or whatever they're called, where they just exist on breathing. Like the prana, life force or something. I don't know. But I do know that that is possible, so. I'm now being very drawn to this red and this blue together. It's kind of an orangey red, I guess. Yeah, I do agree with you, Hope. I think the more light that you have in your body, the less you do need to eat. Yeah, the new world. The new world. We won't have to eat. Maybe we'll just have to eat a little bit or something. I don't know, but I apologize if you hear my stomach because now it's started complaining and it's probably going to start getting louder and louder. Yep, there it goes. So I feel like that's a message for somebody too, like stomach stuff happening, right? But anyway, this red and blue, I don't know why I'm being drawn to red and blue. Red and blue, I guess that kind of makes me think of like politics. The Republicans and the Democrats. And how they're so different, but they're really like, the bird here. They're really, I'd heard once someone say like, the Democrats and Republicans are both wings of the same bird. Described that way, and it's true. It's just another polarity of the 3D matrix to get us stuck into division. So I will say I used to be very political. If you've known anyone, I don't think anyone on here has known me for a long time. It's kind of sad, but anyway, it's fine. People who have known me a long time will know, like, I used to be, yeah, you're right, purple. That's exactly what I was thinking, Nathan. I didn't say it yet, though. I was thinking, well, you got to put the colors together and you get purple, like combining, like the 0 point of the two, of these two colors, the 0 point would be purple, where they meet in the middle, where they would combine in the middle. Good insight. I was actually thinking that, and I hadn't said it yet. And I might have forgotten to say it if you hadn't said that. Light and dark, yep. But, what was I saying? Oh, I used to be very political. Yeah, it was crazy. I was very, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was very liberal Democrat. I was very liberal Democrat. I was brainwashed. I was brainwashed, and they do that by design. Anyway, that's a whole thing. I don't think I need to get into the whole, I don't think that's the message I'm supposed to be telling. I don't want to get into politics too much. But anyway, suffice it to say that now I am not at all political, and because I just see it as division, and I don't want to participate in the division anymore if I can help it, because I'm trying to be that 0 point, that neutral point in the middle. But man, this video has gone on a long time. I just have like 69 minutes almost. So I don't know, but this is fun. I like hanging out with you guys, but I don't know, nobody will watch the recording probably. I don't think this is going to be very good for a recording for people to watch after the fact, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm always like going with the flow and just whatever. But, oh no. My phone is telling me I have low battery, which is dumb because I had it charged up to 100% before I started. So I guess that means I'm going to have to wrap this up soon, which is fine. I don't know. There's some cards I haven't even gotten a message from it yet. A lot of these feathers, though, and I showed you that dream catcher. Some of you weren't here for it, but I showed a dream catcher at the beginning, which I can't. Trying to reach it. It fell on the floor. but I got it. I showed this dream catcher at the beginning because I was supposed to show it and give the message that the goal is for us to purify our hearts. This feather is like bent. I need to fix that. But anyway. And then with the feathers, a lot of these feathers on the card is reminding me of dream catcher feathers because they kind of are hanging down like see? The feathers are hanging down with the beads. And they look like dream catcher feathers. So maybe somebody else is supposed to have a dream catcher. If you're having nightmares, I've never given this message before. If you're having nightmares or bad dreams or anything like that, or you're feeling like negative energy while you're sleeping or trying to sleep, maybe you need to get a dream catcher. You know, I guess most people know the dream catcher. The thing is supposed to be that it catches like the bad dreams and the hole in there's usually a hole in the middle. This one kind of is different. It's like a doily, but there's usually like a hole in the middle of the dream catcher, and that's for like, so that the good dreams can go through the hole, but then the bad dreams get caught in the dream catcher, right? I think that's what it is. No, I did not make that, but I do make dream catchers sometimes with doilies. I haven't done it for a long time, but I have made them in the past. I have to make them with the doilies like this. I do make them like I've never made a heart-shaped one, but I make them with the doilies because I don't know how you do the middle part of a dream catcher, which I'm sure, obviously I could learn that, but I just haven't and never really wanted to learn that. So I do make dream catchers. So maybe that's a symbol for me. Maybe I'm supposed to make dream catchers again. Maybe that's the message. But I'm also getting the message that somebody maybe is having some kind of problem sleeping or bad dreams or something like that. And so I'm just getting that a dream catcher might be a good thing for you to get and hang up by your bed or wherever you sleep. Yeah, I'm really cold. Yeah, there's a lot of these cards I don't think I've gotten any message from. I'm going to have to go because my phone's going to die in a little bit. I don't know how long I have because I'm surprised it went down that much even. But, oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about doing these readings live. But, yeah, it's a good idea. I just saw 7222. 222. You're ordering my first what? My first dream catcher? I did think about making dream catchers and like selling them on Etsy or something, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, my stomach. I need to go eat. But anyway, with these lives, maybe I could do like you guys were saying, is like maybe I could just pick cards for each of you, or. But that makes me like that makes me nervous because I feel like a lot of pressure to like if I'm like here, this card is specifically for this person. What's their message? I'm like, what if I don't get the right message? Oh, thank you, Erin and Hope. Yeah, I did face my fear, and I wasn't even nervous. But like I said, this is so distracting. This is so distracting that it's not conducive to doing a card reading, I'm finding. But it's still fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun, or at least it's entertaining enough. I don't know why I'm being reminded again of that, how my short video from yesterday, how YouTube was telling me that it has like 880 some views or something. And there's like no way. There's no way it has that many views. So that's some kind of weird glitch or something. But I will be interested to go look at it again and see if it still says that. Because I went to hit to do the live, and so it came up and it showed like my most recent videos were like just on the screen, and it showed you could see how many views they had and how many likes they had or whatever. And it said my short from yesterday, my short video that I made had 880 some views, and yesterday it only had 2. So I was like, it like threw me off. Like right when I was hitting the button to go live, I'm like, what? I don't know why I'm being reminded to say that again. Other than that's funny, or like it's a glitch. It's a glitch in the matrix again. That message. I don't know. Now I have the cards arranged in a different way. I've like moved the cards all around in different. You can't really see. I could have it down a little bit more. You still can't really see though. Yeah, I don't know. This is a new setup for me to do readings too, of like sitting in the chair instead of sitting on the floor. These 2 cards are just like off by themselves, but they have similar colors, right? The arrow and the coyote. And there, I just had these like, I don't know why, I wasn't even thinking, right? I just started moving these cards around as I'm talking, and I realized that these two cards, I'd left them like sitting over by themselves, like they were in a timeout together. And they're both the threes, I guess. The 3 and then the 12 adds up to a 3. 33 maybe? 33? If that means something to someone? Or Aaron, I know you like the number 3. Or I don't know. I don't know what that would be. But anyway, I guess I have to wrap this up because, so I don't know, some of these cards just didn't have a purpose. Everything had a purpose, but I didn't get to getting a message from them all. This is giving me that message, touching back on that message about being overwhelmed or overstimulated and shutting down, like the deer do when they get the light in their eyes. So I guess someone out there is like me and maybe gets, oh, thank you guys. I love your comments. That's so nice. But yeah, so maybe someone who's watching this or will watch this is like me, where if you get overstimulated by too much noise, too bright of lights, too many people around, if you shut down, and if you get overwhelmed and you shut down, that this is a message of, I guess, of like what I was doing earlier, how I like closed my eyes and put my hands on my heart and just took some deep breaths into my heart, because I was feeling overwhelmed by all these cards, because there were so many cards. Because I ended up like getting more cards than I usually do. And I'm also used to just the shorter readings now, the daily readings. So it was like, oh, I was like really overwhelmed. And this card is reminding me of this, because it's this guy and he has all these different options. And it's like, yeah, exactly, Nathan. Information overload, right? So if that happens to you, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and try to do the reset. Try to just, or if you need to get away, go in isolation. If you can, do that, just go and be by yourself, I guess. All right. Well, I have to go now. I have to eat, and my phone's going to die, and I have to call my son back because he was trying to call me. And I really hope to God he's not going to talk to me about video games, because I told him I was going to take his Xbox away if he tells me about video games again. So, as I was talking about earlier. But anyway, being a parent is fun. Oh, yeah, Hope. I see your comment there. I know, I really do always appreciate everybody's perspective and input, and anything that anybody wants to say I appreciate all of it. And Hope, you've been very helpful to me lately into understanding what I'm doing better, and having more faith in that what I do is important and it is making a difference. Because my ego gets so, I still got ego issues. My ego gets so like in my ear about, oh, nobody's watching, nobody cares, nobody's listening, you're not doing anything, you should just stop making these videos, and why do you keep making these videos when your channel doesn't grow and doesn't go anywhere? And these are the things my ego tells me. But Hope has helped me in that regard lately, of like realizing that what I do is energetic. Oh, I will. Okay, I'm going to say this quick before I go, because this is I'm being reminded of it, and I was planning to tell you guys this today anyway, is that Hope actually gave me hopefully, hope that this is okay for me to say this, but gave me the phrase caught, not taught. And it really resonated with me immediately of like how somebody had asked me recently, and I think she's also on here, if I could do like teaching videos and stuff. And I was like, well, I haven't really felt called to do that. I used to feel like I was called to do that, but I haven't for a long time. And I was like, let me just feel into it and see if Spirit gives me any guidance or anything like that about it. And I felt into it, and I just felt really strongly of like, no, I'm not meant to teach. Like, my role here is more subtle and less visible to the external world. I do energetic work, and I'm an energetic activator for people. That's why I trigger so many people. I trigger the crap out of people all the time, you guys. Be glad you're not me. No, it's fine. I know I signed up for it, but Spirit just tells me to say things to people, and I'll say things to people, and I just trigger the crap out of them, and they just run away from me. Or they project worse than running away from me is when they project back onto me. I'm like, oh God, this is fun. Great, awesome. But anyway, that's my job. That's what I came here for. I'm an energetic activator. My energy is triggering to people. It activates people. It triggers people. It's strong. My energy is strong, and not everybody can handle it. And like actually, like most people can't handle it, which is why I think I don't resonate with a lot of people. Is they just can't handle it. It's not that my energy is any better than anybody else's or anything. It's just a different. This is what I came to do, and so that message or that phrase, the caught, not taught, reminded me of how Jesus told me recently that he said, oh, my phone is really going to die soon. Okay, wrapping it up. Jesus had said that I started doing like this fishing motion, and I said to Spirit, why am I fishing? And Jesus said, I told you were going to be a fisher of men. And so the message that tied into the caught, not taught, is that my job here is not to teach you, because teaching is here. Teaching is mental. And I didn't come here to do anything with that. I came here for the heart. And I came here to help people remember that this is the secret to everything. And that when you open your heart, that's where your heart is a portal to everything that exists. And that's where all the magic comes from, is from your heart, from love. When you tap into divine love inside your heart, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to remind people of. And my energy helps to activate that in people, and helps people to open their heart. That's why my channel is called Open Heart Healing. That's what my business name is. My license plate even says Open Heart. Like, that is my job. So my job is to focus on the heart, not on the head. So I'm not here to teach people things that they have to think mentally about. And I've totally actually kind of like lost that ability anyway, of like, when my masculine energy left, that I realized that the masculine energy is very mental. That's a lot of the mental energy. And like my brain shut off. When my masculine energy was gone, it was like my brain didn't work anymore. Which that's fun too. It still doesn't fully work, but it is better. Like, I was actually able to like read a little bit of a book yesterday and stuff, which I hadn't been able to read books. When I didn't have my masculine energy, I couldn't read books at all, because I couldn't understand words, like the language. My brain, I'm telling you, like my brain had shut off or whatever. But anyway, so that's just my final message, I guess, is that I'm not here to teach. I'm just here to activate. And I'm just here to help you open your heart. So anyway, thank you all for being here with me today. This was a very long live, I guess. My first live. It's fun. It's a lot more fun than I thought it would be, and I'm a lot less nervous than I thought I would be, but I also found I can't really read the cards, so we're going to have to work on that or figure something out. So if you have any feedback you want to give me about this live or any of the messages or anything like that, you can, you could still comment after the fact. I think I'll be able to see them. I don't know. I have never done this before. This is all new to me. Like, YouTube didn't even let me go live up until recently. Thank you, Erin. I love you too. And I love all of you. And thank you all for being here with me and sharing this space with me in this now moment. Or if you're watching this later, after the recording or whatever, thank you for watching and for being here. And I loved reading. I'm sorry that I'm sure I missed people's comments, and I apologize. It's just very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming to do all this. But it's been fun, and I love it. And I love connecting with you in real time. That's great. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. And now I just have to figure out, how do I get this to turn off? How do I get it to stop being live? I don't know. You guys, do I just click out of it? Oh my gosh, has anybody done this before? Is anybody watching? Have you ever done a live on YouTube? Can you help me? I didn't think this was going to be a problem. I didn't think I wasn't going to be able to figure out how to end it. How do you end it? I'm just going to have to sit here and stare at you until my phone dies. Oh, bye, Gypsy JJ. Thanks for being here. Bye, Hope. Thanks for being here. I know, right? You said the same thing that I just said. Is that, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and stare at the camera until my phone dies. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it has like a X out of it button, so I'm assuming maybe that's how you end it. So I'm gonna give that a try. So anyway, I love you all. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.